Now let's talk about how we can go ahead and add images on our website. Basically, this is a very simple thing to do, and I'm saying this because in lesson 5, if you follow my course, you will get to realize that it's super simple. Okay, the explanation, and I'm trying to keep it clean and short. Now remember, in the last video we learned how to create folders. So now we have the image folders, which means all my images will go inside the image folder. Okay, so if we can just go back to our code in the index.html, you will realize that we were working on boxes. Okay, last week we created this page and we were learning how to make boxes. Remember, we learned that margin is the space outside this box. Content is anything that will go inside the box. For example, between these divs, if we say hello and we refresh, you can see that hello is the content. Okay, and then anything that is purple, okay, pink, is the padding. Okay, and then the border is this, the dash dash dash, and then outside is the margin. Okay, so now that we learned that, how do we add images? Okay, so I will go ahead and change this and say images. Now we have images. Of course, this is not an image, so we'll go ahead and change. Okay, so we are canceling that, and we are ready to learn how to add images on the website. Good. So if you go on lesson 5, you'll realize that they gave us a specific code. Okay, so this code is how you add an image. Okay, you have image, and then you write source, and then this basically remember, it's an alternative. It defines what is the image about. Okay, and you need to always put an alternative after an image, because not that the image will break, but it just help anybody who programmed understand what's going on. So we have an image tag. It does not have a closing tag. Remember, the source, and we are saying the file name is the dog JPG. Okay, this is very important, guys. Pay attention. You can see that now the alternative, they are saying a happy dog, but a happy dog has a broken image. What if we just download this file, okay, and say a happy dog? So let's use this. Does this dog really look happy? This dog look lazy instead. This dog here looks happy. So let's go ahead and save this image. So you will right click and you will come here and say save images. Okay, and say dog, or let's give it a name, happy _ dog. Okay, .jpg. This is the extension for the image. It will go in the downloads folder. Now let's change it and put it in the desktop and then save. Okay, now we have this file saved in our folder. If we come to the desktop, you'll realize that we have this image here. Now the only thing that is left is to copy this image, which is Ctrl+C. We come back to the HTML course. Inside the asset, we have our image folder, and then we just paste that image. We have the happy dog in here. If we come back to our page, the image is still broken, and the reason why it's broken is because we have not specified where to find this image. So this is what you do. You simply do the same thing. You will say go in assets, and then inside the assets, go in the image folder, and then find a file called happy dog. Okay, and after you done that, this line 11 will go on the browser, and it will say in my local machine, in a folder called asset, inside the asset there's another folder called image, and inside image there's a file called happy dog. Grab that and display it. Ta-da! And now you can see that the happy dog is there. If you have any question, please let me know, but this is exactly how you add an image. Thank you so much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.